how many of us, when we come to Jesus Christ, feign cleaving to God, but yet still hold on to that old life? Still hold on to that old stuff? How many of us here want to follow God? Now here's the thing, and I kind of suckered you here. A man or a woman does what they want to do. If you raised your hand and say that you want to serve God, but you're not serving God, then you're lying to me, you're lying to yourself, and you're lying to God. Because you will do what you want to do. I hear people say, I'm trying. Phil's got like the marathon Star Wars thing happening here in a couple of days, or today or whatever. I'm thinking about going over and visiting. There's a great line in Star Wars. You know, some churches that ought to be thrown out just for mentioning it. But Yoda's teaching Luke, right? He goes, there is no try, there is only do. You know what? That's a very true spiritual concept. My dad would often say, and I would hate it. Oh my goodness, would I hate it. I would say, I'm trying. He said, stop trying and just do it. See, trying, when we use the word try, we've already succeeded, we've already accepted defeat. Let me try that word, I'll just figure it out. Alright? To try means you've accepted defeat. I'm trying. I'm trying. How many times have, or how long have we been trying to do a thing? No, just do it. Now, how many people need a heart transplant to want to do what's right?
He said He gives us the will and the way.
He does. But let me get to the point where today, is there a part of us that wants to serve God? Yes,
Amen.
there is. Is there a part of us that doesn't? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Big part.
And that is often the loudest part. You know, I liken it to some of these town meetings we go to. There is a vocal minority.
Little stinkers.
There is a silent majority. Right?
Yeah.
See, you're going to have to choose. Are you going to listen to the loudest part? Or are you going to listen to the right part? Because the loudest part is full of lies, deceit, selfishness, pride, and death. The right part has life more abundantly. I want to go to Romans 12, which is what has been on my mind. And again, Paul stole my scripture because he alluded to it again today. And this is sort of what I'm saying to y'all this morning. Verse 1, I beseech you therefore. You know what beseech means?
Beg.
I beg you. I beg you. Hear me. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. The verse Paul read the other week was talking about how Paul says he dies daily. You know, if you're going to walk for God, you're going to die daily. A sacrifice is that thing which is offered up, right? If the sacrifice could talk, would it be happy about being the sacrifice? Probably not.
Oh, there's the ram.
Okay? A sacrifice is that thing where you have this urge to go one way, but you put that down and do the right thing. That's the sacrifice. You know what he says? That's your reasonable service. That's not going above and beyond.
That's just
That's-
what's required.
That's just like the least you can do. Jesus is talking to his disciples and he says, if you do all you're told to do, you're still an unprofitable servant. How many people want a pat on the back for doing what they were asked to do?
I really do.
I do too.
Well, that's human nature, but Jesus says you're still yet unprofitable. Because you've only done what you've asked to do. What happens if you don't even do what you're asked to do and still yet want favor and still yet want praise? How are you going to get praise and favor when you haven't even done what you've been asked to do?
You have the temerity to ask for blessing when you haven't done what you're asked to do.
I mean, that is, I understand some of the frustrations my father's been going through for the past 4 years.
Switch denominations, find something a little more.
I could find something a little bit, less truthful, and then I'd really be in trouble. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice. Every day it's going to cost you everything. Every day. If you're going to walk with Christ and you're going to follow after the Spirit of God, every single day you're going to have to surrender again and again and again and again and again.
How often do you have to mortify the deeds of the flesh?
All day, every day.
All the time. All the time.
And why do we do it? Because to follow after the flesh is death.
Absolutely.
Look at all the things we've done in our own understanding, in our own way. How many of them have worked out? I'm looking around here, and I know personally some of the circumstances people have been through. Are they good circumstances? You want to redo those? You want to live those again? I don't. I've got some doozies back there in the closet. I'd prefer not to go through that again.
Amen.
All right? I'd prefer to say, hold a second, when I choose, if I got door A, B, or C, I'm always choosing the wrong freaking door. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when the choice is left up to me, history tells me, I make the wrong choice. I choose the wrong door. So why not stop choosing for yourself and just choose Christ?
Right.
Just choose Christ. He's the one that died for you. He's the one that made a way. Back in the very, very beginning, He set in motion a plan to save you. He set in motion a plan for you to be free, for you to be delivered, for you to be healed, for you to walk with Him as Adam walked with Him, one with God. He set that in motion for you because He loves you. Do you think He's going to choose things purposely to hurt you? No, that's what Satan does. Now he's like the pedophile that goes around little schools with bags of candy. That's who he is. Because he promises you the candy. And what he's giving you is poison. Because he's promising you a treat and a good time. And he's giving you death. He's giving you death. Jesus, what he's got is what looks like spinach, but tastes like chocolate. Right? Because when we look at the things God asks us to do, they're like, I ain't going to eat that broccoli. You're crazy. Right? But then you actually do it, and it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that the way it is? I mean, Satan's got the chocolate bar that's poison. God's got the broccoli, but it's chocolate.
Yeah.
That's the way it works.
It's green chocolate.
What about green sprinkly chocolate? I don't know. But that's kind of the way it is. He's got that thing that looks like, oh, I got to eat my spinach, and then you try it, and it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you going to follow? You're going to follow after your flesh and the enemy that wants to kill you, or are you going to follow after a caring, loving God that died for you and wants nothing but good for you? If we look at our example in our lives, none of us should be behind the wheel. Not a single one.